Hi everyone, I'm Roshana, and I'm here today to talk to you about the 3 hidden barriers that everyone faces that keep us from achieving success in our dreams and desires that we deserve to have in our life and in our business. It's like we have a secret saboteur living inside of us, and we don't even know it's there. So every time we're determined to change something and make an improvement in our life, or we get that inspiration and we say, okay, this is it, this is the time it's going to change, then this secret saboteur kicks in and it blocks our efforts. And it's so sneaky and sly that we don't even know what's happening. So that's why it's so important for us to really understand and discover what I'm sharing here with you today. So, what is the first barrier that keeps us from achieving our dreams and everything we desire in our life? It's knowing that you have subconscious beliefs that are holding you back. And you might think this is insignificant. You've heard of subconscious beliefs before, people are talking about it, but I want you to know that the impact of your subconscious beliefs in what you achieve in your life is huge. And you can't fix what you don't know is broken. So if you have these subconscious beliefs running in there, and you don't even know they're there, you're facing barriers, but you don't even know that it's happening. So you can't work through it. Do you ever feel like you can't get ahead, like it doesn't matter what you try, you might get some money in your savings account and then the car breaks down and all the money disappears, or you have this new determination, like I said, that you're going to push through this time, and no matter what you try, nothing seems to work? It's because of subconscious beliefs. It can be discouraging when you keep trying and you feel like you're a good person, you know you deserve to have all these things that you're asking for in your life, and you even see people who you may consider are not as generous or as kind or as loving as you are, and they seem to get ahead and you can't figure out what the difference is. It can be really discouraging, but don't blame yourself because we all face this. I have spent years looking at this in my own life, figuring out what's going on with subconscious beliefs and how it's impacting my life. I feel like an expert in subconscious beliefs because it has been my dedicated focus for the last 3 years. And it actually started with becoming a certified hypnotherapist, and it has expanded very much since then, but it has been my focus in the last couple of years because I was going through all that struggle myself, and finally I just decided this is it. I am going to figure this out. I am going to change my life because I'm not willing to put up with this struggle and lack and life just being getting through day by day instead of thriving and enjoying it at all. And there are many ways that our subconscious beliefs can show up. For me, a big piece of it was not taking action. So I get inspired, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have this success with it, and all these people are going to love it, but then I never take the action to get it out there. And I lose my inspiration after a couple of days of being in a place of non-action. So that's one way that subconscious beliefs can show up. Sometimes we procrastinate, we avoid, we might blame the economy and that's why things don't turn around for us, or we're just not a lucky person, other people are lucky. Sometimes we just give up, you know, we have an idea but we're just convinced that we can't achieve it, so we just let it go. And fear is another sure sign that you are facing a subconscious belief. So it shows up in many ways in our lives. Some of them we recognize, and some of them we have no idea that underlying that inaction or whatever it is some subconscious beliefs that is telling us that it's not safe to take action or whatever it is. So it's one thing to know that this subconscious belief is holding you back from moving forward in your life. And then what do you do after you say, okay, yes, I admit I have subconscious beliefs, they could be holding me back. What is the second barrier to achieving everything that you desire in your life? It is knowing how to find the most deeply hidden subconscious limiting beliefs. And I guarantee you we all have them. It's part of our programming as a child. So now that we know that something is broken, we need to know where the solution is. Well, we all have them, but like I said, they are so deeply hidden. The shadow self is a part of this. And the shadow self really is just the part of you that you don't like. So it might be a part of you that you would criticize in others. It's the things that you don't like at all about them. And we don't want to admit that we have those things within ourselves. And that is hidden within the subconscious. And when we're not willing to look at something, it's still lurking there in the background, having an impact on us. And so we hide it, but it's still holding us back. It's still affecting, keeping us from what we want to achieve. And it continues to do that until we really take a look at it and figure out what it is. So it's really important that we know how to find those limiting subconscious beliefs, because it's like having your car broken down. Well, first of all, you have to realize that it's broken. Then you have to figure out what's broken. If if I was to look under the hood of a car, I would have no idea what was wrong with my car. So you need someone who knows what to look for and how to help you find the solution. And the subconscious mind grabs the smallest suggestion. So the reason that we have all these limiting subconscious beliefs that are holding us back, it all started in our childhood. The smallest thing we can hang on to and we can believe, especially as children. And so most of our limiting beliefs were developed through our lives, through our childhood, whether our parents told us that, compared us to a sibling, let's say, and the other sibling was considered to be the smart one and we were the athletic one. So then we grow up thinking that we're not smart enough to achieve what we want. We always have to be the athlete and act out our lives that way, where it may not be true. We may just be smarter in a different way, have different intellectual skills than our sibling had, but we grow up with that belief and then we allow it to hold us back. Sometimes as a child, these beliefs meant our survival. So let's say our parents loved us conditionally. And so the only time we really felt any love was when we did something really good for our parents, or we felt like we were being a good girl or boy, and then we would get their attention. So then we grow up believing that we have to do for others, always be giving to others in order to be worthy in the world. And often people who live that way have difficulty receiving. Well, if we don't believe that we deserve to receive, we're not going to accomplish our dreams and our goals because we don't believe that we deserve to have them met. We think we're a good person, we're always generous and kind and giving and loving, but we're not generous and kind with ourselves first. And this all comes from the subconscious mind, and it's all holding us back from achieving what we deserve and what we desire to have in our lives. And most of us have no idea the impact that it has. Every action we take, every decision we make is influenced by our beliefs about what the outcome will be. And if we believe we are anything less than worthy, we are not going to have the outcome that we desire. So, the third hidden barrier to accomplishing your goals and dreams in your life is knowing how to change the programs of your subconscious beliefs. I don't know if you can see that. But the third and the biggie in these barriers, because life won't change until we know how. So not only do we need to recognize that we have subconscious beliefs that are influencing everything in our life, then we have to know how to find them. And then it's one thing to find them, but if we don't know how to change them, if we don't know how to change the program or rewrite the program, we're not going to have a different experience in our lives. So if you're listening still, I'm trusting that it's because you are ready to see a change in your life. You want something to shift so that you can step into those dreams that you've been having for years and never accomplishing. And so you need to know how to change the program. And as part of my journey of that last 3 years that I was talking about, I developed a technique called the Freedom Release Technique, or FRT, and I'm actually able with that technique to go to the very core belief of where the belief was started. So the very core moment in your life, or the first moment that developed that belief. So I've been working with people around the world now, one-on-one, doing this freedom release technique work and seeing a huge change in people's lives. Once we start working with this and clearing and shifting these beliefs, then we're ready to come from a new perspective in life. And like I said, everything comes from our beliefs. So once we let go of the limiting beliefs, then we can step into the potential on the other side of that and start seeing the accomplishments that we're looking for in our lives. It creates a total shift. And so this freedom release technique has been a powerful method, and just one of the techniques that I offer and tools that I offer to people. And I'm now ready to bring this work to a bigger audience. So I have started a business called Soulful Seminars with Roshana. And the first seminar that I'm offering actually developed out of my Discover Your Light seminar that I've offered several times to individuals. And it is called Business from the Inside Out, and it is for entrepreneurs or people who want to become an entrepreneur, who are ready to make a change in their lives, because I find a lot of people now are very discontent in their lives. People are wanting more and more autonomy, and people feel themselves shifting, and they don't know how to step into what they'd really like to be doing, or how to bring their own life purpose into the world. So the Business from the Inside Out seminar is my way of reaching more people with this information, so that you can really recognize all these 3 hidden barriers, learn how to work through them all. In this seminar, I teach you tools on how to identify your limiting subconscious beliefs, which can be very challenging. We don't want to see that shadow side, as I said. So it's really good to have the support of someone there who's been doing this work for a while, who can dig underneath. Often it takes a little digging to understand how it relates back to us and how it's our own issue, our own shadow that we're looking at. And then I give several tools to clear those subconscious beliefs, and I also use my freedom release technique in the seminar to clear all the beliefs that were brought forward that day, so that you leave the seminar lighter. And people tell me that literally they feel lighter, they feel like something has shifted in their life, they are more aware of the subconscious and they can see it when it comes up, which is a valuable tool to have. Once we start to recognize it, then we can make the decision to shift and clear it, so that we can be coming from limitless potential instead of limited beliefs that are holding us back. And so I'm delighted to be bringing this into the world now. And Soulful Seminars with Roshana is going to extend beyond just the business seminars, but this is where I'm starting, because as an entrepreneur myself, I faced many years, as I said, I struggled for many years because I had so many limiting beliefs that were holding me back, and it took me a while to identify and realize the impact. And so I'm now living the life that I know I'm meant to be living. I know I'm living on my purpose. I'm living a life that brings me joy. I'm working from home. I have a little house. I'm perfectly content in my life. And so now I'm ready to bring this to more people. It is because of my work with the subconscious beliefs that I got to this place. Without that, I know I would still be in the struggle that I was in for years. And I can tell you, I went through many challenging times. And with the business seminars from the Inside Out, Business from the Inside Out seminar, I'm also offering partnership, because I'm ready to travel the world. And if you are watching this and you don't see a seminar in a location near you, you can partner with me. I'm offering 20% of ticket sales before expenses to my partners, so that it's worthwhile for you to take the time to gather people together. So as long as there's a minimum of 50 people, it might be more depending on how far I have to travel, you will receive 20%, and you need to find a venue that would be suitable for the event, and of course promote the event and have the minimum number of people. And if you have 100 or more, I offer 25%. You also get 2 free tickets, 2 free passes for the day, so one for yourself and one for someone else that you would like to bring. And as a partner, you also have 15 minutes to speak about your business so everybody there knows about your business. And these events are fabulous for networking because everyone there is an entrepreneur and we love to support each other. And it's a great opportunity to get to know people. And I want everyone who attends one of my seminars to be successful. I don't want you to just come to the seminar and then go home and forget what you did. That was another one of my subconscious patterns, was to train and educate myself, but never apply what I learned. So I was just amusing myself by getting more and more information, but if we don't apply it, nothing's going to change. And in order for life to change, those beliefs need to change. And so to help you with that, I'm offering 3 months membership free for my website. And membership includes a forum, so you can stay in touch with the people that you met at the seminar, which is a valuable support, and it can lead to masterminding. Many different things can come from that. And once a week I do a podcast and I pick items from the forum that people may be having trouble understanding. You know, they recognize that something has come up, but they're not really sure what it represents or how they're going to clear it. And so in the podcast, I will address that. And then this is the big piece. Once a month, I'm going to do a webinar, and all the members can submit any area that's come up for them in the month that they're having trouble working through, or they know it's a limiting belief and they haven't been able to work through it themselves. I'm going to use the freedom release technique on that webinar and clear everything that comes up on that webinar once a month. This is invaluable. I charge $199 for individual sessions. I have clients around the world now with the freedom release technique. And after your 3 months of free membership, anyone who attends a seminar will have continued membership for $15 a month for as long as they choose to remain a member. And that is invaluable because this monthly clearing is really going to help you move through your limitations. And not only that, when people come together, you will be hearing everyone else's concerns that they've brought forward, and there's never any accident in who comes together, in who attends the seminars together, who's sitting at one table together. We always have something to learn from each other. I've learned that in my individual sessions. The people who sit in front of me are always showing me a piece of myself. I've realized that that's the perfection of this universe, that as we are giving, we are also receiving. It's a flow. It's beautiful to witness. And so when you're on these webinars and you hear what other people are bringing forward, it's like, I know that that's something in me that perhaps was deeply hidden and you hadn't recognized it before, but when you hear it and when it comes up to the light, then you know that that is something within you as well. And so that is being cleared for you without you even having recognized that it's something that you needed to look at. So these are powerful ways for me to support you on a continual basis after you've attended this seminar, because I so deeply want for everyone to be living the life that they love, living the life that would bring them joy and bring them life. I know that the more of us who are happy on this planet, the better a place it will be to live. And there is a lot of struggle and strife on this planet, as we all know. But it's our own individual responsibility to see beyond that, to see into what we desire instead of being stuck and caught on what we don't want. And this is what's held you back. It's not your fault. We all grow up with subconscious beliefs. The only thing is, our society doesn't teach us that, and it doesn't teach us tools on how to work through that. And so that's what I'm offering you here. So please check the link for Soulful Seminars with Roshana. Check out the Business from the Inside Out seminar. There's lots of information. Check out the partnership. I would love to work with you to bring one of these seminars to your community. And I wish you the very best in looking into this and recognizing that you can change these subconscious beliefs. You can move through them and really start living the life that brings you great joy and vitality and helps you to wake up every day knowing that there's a reason to be here on this earth and living your purpose. And so many people are wanting to move into their purpose now, and it would be my greatest delight to support you in finding your way into that. So please share with anyone who you know is an entrepreneur who may be interested, and please like this video, and it would be wonderful to meet you at some point in the future.